নমস্কার, মডার্ন স্পোর্টসের আরো একটি ভিডিও আপনাদের সকলকে আরেকবার স্বাগত। আপনাদের সঙ্গে আমি সুকন্যা। রাত পোহালে ডুরান্ডের মেগা ডার্বি, রবিবার যুব ভারতীতে মোহনবাগানের বিরুদ্ধে কি ছক কষেছেন লালুত কোচ অস্কার ব্রুজো এবং কি বলছেন সৌভিক চক্রবর্তী, এই সব খবর জেনে নিতে আমরা চোখ রাখবো ফুটবলের লড়াইয়ে। রবিবার রশিদকে ছাড়াই মেগা ডার্বি খেলতে নামছে ইস্ট বেঙ্গল। মোহনবাগানের বিরুদ্ধে মেগা ডার্বি খেলতে নামার আগে কতটা তৈরি লালুত বাহিনী, তার আগে শনিবার যুব ভারতীতে সাংবাদিক সম্মেলনে এসে কি বলছেন লালুদের হেড স্যার অস্কার ব্রুজো এবং কি বলছেন সৌভিক চক্রবর্তী, চলুন শুনে নেওয়া যাক।
First of all, this is difficult for me. Yesterday it was very emotional. You need to know that Rashid's father passed away and it was an unexpected thing. It's not that he was carrying a sickness, but I'm not happy that Rashid has asked us for total privacy, and immediately after the practice, the news were leaked out without the wish of the player. So I don't want to comment on this, and I want all of you not even to mention if we are going to see some person right. There are more important things than football, so let's leave Rashid thing aside. We are not going to think on this, and I'm sure that the player that we can in his position is going to try to demonstrate that we are going to see Rashid. And this is one of the reasons to think that tomorrow we want to win the game, and apart from the game to our hands, Rashid is going to be also in our places. As a new champion, it's true that in the group stage we have shown a lot of dominance, but our rivals were not like rivals of the entity of the rival that we have tomorrow. I am happy that you remember my comments after the game. It's true, it's very early. We have started working, I said before, now that Mohammedan probably they are mature on their ideas and on their setup, but we are having a lot of new players, and for example, one of the things that we need to work with a lot of determination and concentration is the set pieces. If you analyze the world that we consider, there are three players from respect to the position of the set piece, and one trying to cover the mistake of the other. So finally the ball came to the second post, and they were the big players there. Normal at this stage of the season, and with only 3 weeks of training, and we're willing to take the players with a lot of combination and understanding in between them. It's good that we have considered that work because it takes us to work with more emphasis to emphasize that the set pieces probably more of the differences between the team on the game, on the open game. There are such a difference probably the set pieces more can be the difference. We have full squad. We already spoke about Jenny. You know what is the issue with Rashid. Bishop is not totally fit as he was carrying an ankle injury, but tomorrow we play him on the bench and he can take some minutes. Apart from that, tomorrow all the players are ready with us. Yes, there is a lot of examples of this in the past derbies, and luckily I'm following the derbies for the last years, and as you say, when it's a game of emotions, of passion, of involvement, even more. If we win the game, we will be heroes. If we lose the game, we will be villains. So see how much emotions are going to be depending on the result. What we can control is what we are going to do tomorrow on the pitch. We need to be very concentrated in the action, avoid mistakes, avoid showing up with too much desire, and if we can control the small things that happen in the game is what we are going to be in control of the game. So all our focus is on that, knowing that there is a lot of external factors that can affect the mentality, the performance, the delivery, and the situation of the players. But we want to be good, and actually this week we have started the talk to the players to be cool, to enjoy the game. This is probably the biggest Asian derby, so we know what is around, but we know also that it's time for us to focus on the factors that will condition the game and not in all the things aside, because we know that depending on the result, we can be heroes or we can be villains. So I hope that tomorrow we have a positive talk and our fans finally can consider us as heroes. Last year, I came here with an idea of being a dominant unit, to play with a 4-3, to play most of the time in the open half. That is the football that I like. But with the pass of the season, with the problems we had last year in forms of injuries, in forms of cards in forms of confidence, of fitness. There was a lot of issues that took me to understand that we could not be that dominating force on the pitch. So last year we were playing more a reactive football, a 4-4-2, waiting for our rivals, and see the example of Messi that came in the winter window, and he came to make our counter-attack model, reactive model, more strong. As I told you before, this year the idea is the team will have started last week in the plan of the team, something that is something to price in our plan. We wanted a reaction. We were not happy with what happened last year. So, yeah, our idea this year is being more dominant, being more close to the best clubs in India, and one more time, tomorrow we have a chance to show how much is the improvement, or if we can do it, or if we cannot do it, and where are the areas of improvement. And it's where that's the other part, but I'm not going to start writing all these excuses because we have an extra unit and tomorrow is an opportunity for us to show. Regarding the privacy of our practices, if you see 2 days back, all the details of our practice has been leaked. So we have been trying different models. We understand that tomorrow we are going to have a lot of threats on the pitch. We have immense respect for our rival. They are the champions for a reason of ISL and Shield, having a lot of quality players at all departments, even in the depth of their squad. So it's a good test for us to see how close or how far we are from the team that last year was the best team in India. I cannot disclose the details of our practice, our idea. I can tell you that the registration in the black card requires 48 hours registration before the game, so I can confirm that Jay probably tomorrow is going to be there. They are the benchmark for every club in India. They are the team that got the best results, they're more efficient, they dominate all the stages of the game. It's open play, it's counter-attack, it's set pieces. Analyzing them throughout the group stage, we put ourselves an evolution from the first game to the last game, the game time, how that it was more similar to the Mohammedan of last year. So taking all this into consideration, we expect a very strong rival tomorrow. Talking about us, I don't like to talk about expectations and not to set smoke. I like to produce, to give a good performance. Our players are fully mentalized about the game of tomorrow, and I can assure you that East Bengal this year is not similar to East Bengal last year. Let's say that we know that tomorrow is going to be a tough game for all sides. So we started this press conference saying that East Bengal and Mohammedan games are always 50-50%. I told you that I understand the country, but I cannot speak. Slowly, I understand it, but I cannot speak. So this is what we want for tomorrow. Be there, giving a good day to our fans that are keeping supporting. We understand all these expectations, but we also know that no one shows what is the full day. So we have started playing well in the season. We are very happy with the players that have joined, with the atmosphere, with the mentality, with the universities that we did, with the goals that we score, with the domination that we have shown in the previous games, but the game of tomorrow is a different one. Let's see how far or how close we are from the team that was making a big impact last year in Indian football. I cannot express to any out of information, otherwise they are going to know where we are going to try to neutralize them, where and how we are going to try to capitalize on the areas that we think that we can punish them. So, as I said before, what we know is that Mohammedan dominate all the moments and stages of the game. They are critical in balls up front. See the 2 first goals that they scored with Mohammedan. They do a good counter press, and when they need the ball, if our team is in an attacking shape, with the speed and with the technical moves and with the efficiency that they have in the box, they are lethal. So we need to take care of with these transitions and direct actions. In set pieces, they also show good efficiency, and in defense, we are sure the teams that we have only considered one ball in the group stage. So I cannot highlight only one point. They are a team that They are strong in many areas and in a lot of areas, and as I say, tomorrow we know that we are going to suffer continuous threats, both in attack and in defense. So we need to be ready for this, because sometimes it looks that Mohun Bagan is not dominating the games, but in one action, they can change it. Finally, I cannot answer that question because it's a game of continuity. I think that Mohammedan has a lot of continuity on the ideas, players, and setup that they have for the last year. They are consistent, they are mature, so that is also an advantage. But for us, it's an advantage having a new team. And as I told you, I feel that our team this year is much stronger than the team of last year. So the club will be on the pitch, and let's see if tomorrow continuity wins or our new ideas come.
Mohun Bagan East Bengal match always 50-50 এটা একটা বাঙালির আবেগের ম্যাচ। আমরা অ্যাজ ইস্ট বেঙ্গল আমরা পুরোপুরি তৈরি যে টিমই সামনে আছে, যে কারণ আমরা কোয়ালিফাইং রাউন্ডে যথেষ্ট ভালো রেজাল্ট করেছি এবং আশা করবো কোয়ার্টার ফাইনালেও ভালো রেজাল্ট করতে। সমর্থকদের কথা বলি জেতা, এবং আমার মনে হয় যে প্রত্যেকটা ডার্বি একটা গুরুত্ব থাকে। এটা শুধু এইটা বলে নয়, যে কোনো অংশে যে কোনো জায়গায় সিএফএল, রুরাল, আইএসএল, সুপার কাপ যেখানে ডার্বি যখন খেলতে নামবো তখন এটা বাঙালির আবেগের ম্যাচ, এটার একটা প্রেশার থাকেই হালকা, যাই হয়ে যাবে এটার প্রেশার থাকে। সুতরাং আমি চাইবো অবশ্যই আমার দল জিতবে এবং সবসময় এটা যাতে জয়ীটাতে আমি থাকতে পারি সেটাই আমি চেষ্টা করি। দেখো এই একটা বাজে নিউজ, সেটা তো অবশ্যই খারাপ লাগবে, অ্যাজ এ সতীর্থ আমাদের সেটা খোঁজ তোমাদের অ্যান্সার করবে, কিন্তু আমরা চাইবো মানে যার এই ঘটনাটা হয়েছে তার প্রাইভেসি মেনটেন থাকবে, এবং আশা করবো আমরা যেমন দলের জন্য বা সমর্থকদের জন্য যদি ওর জন্য আমরা চেষ্টা করবো যাতে ওর এই কষ্টের টাইমে আমরা জিতে ওকে এটা উৎসর্গ করতে পারি। এটা মানে 18টা হোক বা তার বেশি হোক বা তার কম হোক, চাই হোক, এটা সবসময় না, যে কোনো ভালো টিমের এগেইনস্টে তারা অলওয়েজ একটা মোটিভেট করবে নিজেদেরকে যে এটা ভালো খেলতে হবে, জিততে হবে। যখন ডার্বি এটা একটা স্পেশাল গুরুত্ব, এটা নিজেদের আমাদের দলের সবাই নিজের 100% দিয়ে সেই ম্যাচটাকে জেতার চেষ্টা করে, এটা অবশ্যই বাড়তি গুরুত্ব।
চিরপ্রতিদ্বন্দ্বী মোহনবাগানকে টেক্কা দিয়ে এখন ডুরান্ডের কোয়ার্টার ফাইনালের গন্ডি টপকে মশাল জ্বালানোর পরিকল্পনা ইস্ট বেঙ্গলের। যুব ভারতী ক্রীড়াঙ্গন থেকে সুকন্যা মুখার্জি রিপোর্ট, ময়দান স্পোর্টস। ভিডিওটি ভালো লাগলে লাইক করুন, শেয়ার করুন, আপনাদের মতামত কমেন্ট করে জানান, চ্যানেলটিকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন এবং পাশে থাকা বেল আইকনটিকে প্রেস করে দিন। দেখা হবে আবার পরের ভিডিওয়ে।